Hello and welcome to, I guess, a kind of in-betweeny series for the community multiplayer. I was thinking that every week when I start streaming, I put up a video saying, "Hi, I'm streaming, come and watch me." I thought maybe I could merge that concept with also a rundown of the previous session and show what went on, what happened, and all of that. So that's what this is. This is a look back over what happened in the previous session, and also a notice that, oh, by the way, when you finish watching this video, I will be streaming. So merge them. I think it's a good idea. So of course we started off as Byblos and we became Phoenecia, and we're in the big old war thing. The session went mostly to plan. I did make an agreement, an arrangement with Egypt that we would split this land here. We would have a border of Palestine and Egypt. Neither of us would go over to the other side, and having a very stable border here was, in my opinion, a very good idea. It means that I no longer have to worry about my southern border. It means that I have a stable and very powerful trading partner, as Egypt does have a lot of trade goods, and it would take a massive load of weight off my back. However, he kind of went into bed with Nubia, and during our war was funneling quite a lot of money towards Nubia, which kinda sucks. I have spoken to him since then, and it seems that we've come to an arrangement. Hopefully he is trustworthy, and the plan is now that Egypt will help me against Nubia. We'll have our pre-existing arrangement, and I will help him against potentially the Phoenician League or the Punic League, so that he can expand up in Africa. That's the hope, the plan. Well, hopefully it will pay off. Alternatively, all I need to defeat Nubia is an agreement from Egypt to not give military access. Because I will have a naval advantage over Nubia, and if I just block these 4 straits, actually just these 2, just these 4 straits with a boat each, and then have a navy stationed somewhere around here, I would be able to prevent Nubia from getting any troops into Palestine, and then I would be able to fight my entire nation versus just his Palestinian nation. That's also an option, but hopefully Egypt being on side is going to be the case in this session. I also went across into Mesopotamia, and I knew this was a very belligerent act. I knew it was going to be making enemies with Persis. That was never a question. I never thought we were going to be friends. I did this because I was secure in a friendship with Egypt. If I was not assured of this friendship, I wouldn't have gone into Mesopotamia, and I would instead have fought for the Delta. So it is a bit of a shame that it turns out that I got neither of these guys as my friend. Again, hopefully my friendship with Egypt will be renewed in this next session. But the plan here was simple. Bosporan Kingdom fought Media, taking the strong defensive terrain and working on that. I would take out Persis, and overall it kind of went to plan. Bosporan Kingdom was not strong enough really to fight Media alone, so that's why I have some troops in the north. But I have kind of come to an arrangement with Media, and that is that I would wipe peace out of this war. He would be able to fight on with Bosporan Kingdom. He would also have Persis wipe peace with Bosporan. And then once the truce is up between myself and Persis, I would attack, and Media would not get involved. So hopefully there's going to be a Phoenician-Persisian 1v1 in the not-too-distant future. That would be kind of cool. Although I also have threats from Nubia, a war brewing over here, so if I get around to it in 3-5 years, or not, all depends on developments elsewhere in the world. There's also the Punic League, who, I mean, it's crazy. He's expanded from Carthage to own all of the islands here, and he's also gone into Cilicia. Apparently he's made friends with the Mithridatic Kingdom, and apparently I will be attacked in around about 3 years for Cyprus. If this happens while I'm busy with Nubia or with Persis, I will just cede Cyprus. It's not worth having another fronted war. If I am not busy at the time, I will fight for it. And, of course, Egypt wants parts of the Punic League, so I will maybe get a friend there. The fact that the Mithridatic Kingdom is involved in this is an interesting one. Maybe Ionia wouldn't mind taking some of that land, although they are allies right now, so I don't know what the story is there. But this is something that media told me just today, in fact. Elsewhere in the world, we have some things going on. Kausia is growing quite nicely. Menapia is a player. It grew relatively slowly, and unfortunately the player has got a new schedule and won't be able to return to the game, which is unfortunate. We have a Turdetania from Zarastro, who's looking relatively nice. Apparently his plan is to go into North Africa and be a little bit belligerent with the Punic League. Yet to see if that is going to come true or not. Latania is doing okay. Arvernia. But big winner in this session, actually, the guy in first place is Tuscia. He managed to defeat Rome, expand into Cisalpine Gaul, and he's doing very, very well. Eravaskia, I don't think is a player, but Illyria certainly is. Getia is a player. Epirus had a big fight on his hands with the Sicilian player. The Sicilian player attacked him and was kind of kicking his ass until the Punic League came in and helped out. But now Epirus and the Punic League are probably going to be at war with each other, so there's pain brewing there. Of course, Bosporan League I'm friends with right now, and they're fighting with me against Media, but I've already really talked about that. Ionia done very well to get most of Anatolia, though I'm not sure how much of this is accepted culture for him. The culture map mode is not looking particularly healthy for him, nor is the religion map mode, although, I mean, I say that myself, and it's certainly not looking good for me either. So there's that. And then we, I guess, move on over to India, where we have our three big players, Pandya, Gangrida, and Abhira. Apparently, Abhira, who is played by James, he won't be here today because he's got kidney stones, which sucks for him. Apparently, he's friends with Gangrida. Yeah, he's friends with Gangrida. So there is that. Going on, that friendship, which is helpful because Pandya, I believe, is actually stronger than either of them. Yeah, he's the strongest of the Indians, and he wants some of Abhira's land, but if these guys are friends, they should be a match for him. Alright, before we move on, then, I also have this. This is the player's map mode, which is, you know, it's looking pretty tight. Of course, we can see our lovely pink color here. I think we're doing relatively well. And one more thing, we have the world's strongest pie chart. This is made up of a bunch of different stats. It's got... I actually don't know exactly what it has got. I will find out for you for the next time we do one of these. But we've got Tuscia in first place. They have 10.9% of the world powerness. I don't know. But we can see ourselves there in 7th place. Media there in 8th. Bosporans in 11th and Persis in 13th. So technically we should be able to win our war, but it's easier for me if I just make a deal. But yeah, we got Tuscia, Egypt, Pandya, Punic League, Ionia, Gangrida, and then myself. Again, the only ones that are really a threat to me here is Egypt and Ionia and the Punic League. Being friends with Egypt would be very nice for us. Egypt did have some real problems early on. Tamifkat and Mewat, I think it's called, or Waset, allied with one another, and they had like a lot more troops than Egypt, and actually stack wiped his legion, which was probably good for him because it let him raise a big, thick levy in the Lower Egypt region. So he managed to win that war. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I really wanted to say. And if you're watching this as soon as the video is coming out, then I can tell you that if you have reached this point, there is I'm streaming over on twitch.tv/LordLambert_ with the next session. So of course, we've got plans, we've got threats, and there's probably going to be war. So I hope to see you over on Twitch. Hope to see you in chat, and we can have a good time together. It should be a good one. I hope to see you there. Bye bye.